want to talk about friendship and obviously the years that have come from that time, because there's this old saying that if you leave a wrestling business with enough friends that you can count on one hand, that you've been successful. And you've been surrounded by some very, very dear lifelong friends, and three of whom have been my guests on this show, one of whom I've got to know incredibly well, and two of whom wrote the foreword for his book. So I'm talking about Marc Mero, Lex Luger, and Diamond Dallas Page, three men that you have really journeyed with, three men that you did battle with in WCW, and three men that are a real brotherhood to you now. I mean,
Yes.
how much has the friendship of those guys and others from who went through the days with you in Atlanta, how much has that helped you with life after wrestling?
It's helped a lot. I mean, Dallas being the most, of course. He just, when everybody else was kind of, not really wanting to put the effort in, yeah, that's when Dallas came in with the effort, and even Dallas was kind of like, oh man, I don't know. And he had a partner named Steve Yu that really believed in me too. And I think Steve Yu saw one more little bit of light in me, and they shot for it and they got it. And I'm so glad they did. But, and Lex has always been a special friend across the board because of just life lessons, along with wrestling business lessons. Learning that from one of the best, being Lex Luger. I think two of the best professional wrestling business people to me that I've known is probably Kevin Nash and Lex Luger. Just two very good brains on how this really nasty, ugly business works. But they've been through it to where they know. And so they just know how it works, how the mechanics of it work. And so it was always good to be friends with those guys because they just knew what's going on. And then you got Marc Mero, just a great human being, great friend. And wrestling's a lot like high school. When you're graduating, you act like you're gonna stay in touch with everybody. And I think everybody tries, but then it just doesn't happen. And it's the same thing with wrestling. It's, we try to stay together, but at the end of it, when it's all said and done, like you said, look at those five. And if you got five, you've done pretty good.